Hi, I'm Galaxy Kitten. Don't know what to say about that. I have been dealing with a dude, and he is basically a stalker and a pedophile. Basically, it started when I first met him on not Amino, but on a Vrchat, and almost immediately he seemed interested in me sexually. He approached me and he asked if I was taken, and I said no because at that time I wasn't. And all of a sudden, he brought me into a private world and started asking me a bunch of sexual questions. Later down the line, we started talking, and then he became really toxic. He was asking me if I did any drugs, and he was asking me a bunch of personal questions, and eventually he came down to the point where he was asking me for nudes. Of course, my first reaction was no, because I'm underage. He's 20, I'm 17. Um, but I think around this time I was 16. Um, Basically, what happened was he began to escalate with the news and the drugs, and eventually he got me into drugs, and I couldn't back myself out. And because of how trapped I felt, I started cutting and I started trying to kill myself, and eventually I was sent to the hospital for around 10 days in a mental institution called Four Winds. And I stayed in that hospital and I was traumatized to the point where I even broke my glasses while I was in the hospital. I went into several mental breakdowns and I had to be sedated for the whole time. When I got back, it continued. He continued to ask for nudes. He continued to ask me to do drugs until eventually it started to escalate as to where he would start joining me on different worlds on Vrchat, and he started to try and take me to private worlds more often and try and sexually talk to me. I'm sorry, it's really hard to talk about, but he continued, and he I blocked him several occasions, and he would send friends after me on my phone because somehow he found out my number. He would send people on my phone number. He would send people on Discord. He would send people on Facebook. He would not leave me alone. And one day I was on Hasbin Hotel and I met a group of really, really sweet people. And he joined, and my friends got into a yelling fight with him because he wouldn't leave, he wouldn't back away. Um, the moral of the story is he never stopped. He is still coming after me to this day. The last text message he sent me was, "Don't talk to me unless you want to date me." And I just feel really trapped. If you ever see this guy, stay away from him, report him, block him, do whatever you can. His Vrchat name is, one second, let me pull it up. His Vrchat name is, oh, it's off-brand YT2471. Stay away from him at all costs. He is a manipulator, a predator, and a stalker. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe.